estudiantes, hoy vamos a aprender sobre el subjuntivo en las cláusulas nominales o en inglés, the subjunctive in noun clauses, ¿ok? Rellena tu guía de estudio y estudia. Pero antes tenemos que repasar el presente del subjuntivo. The subjunctive o el subjuntivo is used mainly in the subordinate dependent clause of multiple clause sentences which express will, influence, emotion, doubt, or denial. The present subjunctive is formed by dropping the O from the yo form of the present indicative and adding the subjunctive ending. So, if you know that the yo and the he or she is the same, you can swap the endings. Atención, the indicative is used to express actions, states, or facts that the speaker considers to be certain. The subjunctive expresses the speaker's attitudes towards events as well as actions or states that the speaker's views as uncertain. Verbs that end in cargarzar undergo spelling changes in the present subjunctive. Sacar, saque, jugar, juegue, almorzar, almuerce. The present subjunctive form of I is haya, and that comes from the verb haber, which is a verb of existence. Verbs with irregular yo forms shows the same irregularity in all the forms of the present subjunctive. Conocer, conozca, decir, diga, hacer, haga, oír, oiga, poner, ponga, seguir, siga, tener, tenga, traer, traiga, y venir, venga. Verbs with stem changes in the present indicative show the stem changes in the present subjunctive. Stem changing IR verbs also undergo a stem change in the nosotros and vosotros form of the present subjunctive. See? So look at all of these. All of them change except a nosotros and vosotros. Except the IR ones that also have some changes in the nosotros and vosotros form. The following 5 verbs are irregular in the present subjunctive. Dar, estar, ir, y saber. If we can add haber and then you can follow the acronym dishes, okay? Verbs of will of influence. A clause is a group of words that contains both a conjugated verb and a subject, express or implied. In a subordinate noun clause, oración subordinada sustantiva, a group of words function together as a noun. When the subject of the main clause of a sentence exerts influence or will on the subject of the subordinate clause, the verb in the subordinate clause takes the subjunctive. So, main clause, yo quiero, see, is trying to exert influence or will on the subordinate clause, and there's a change in subject. Yo quiero que tú vayas al médico. Verbs and expressions of will and influence. Aconsejar, desear, es importante, es necesario, es urgente, exigir, gustar, hacer, importar, insistir en, mandar, necesitar, oponerse a, pedir, preferir, prohibir, proponer, querer, recomendar, rogar y sugerir. Please notice that some of these, like es importante, es necesario, y es urgente, take the subjunctive if there is a que in the middle. because those are impersonal clauses, but they do try to exert some will and influence on someone. Okay, so the first verb um, goes in the present indicative, que, and the second verb goes in the present subjunctive if there is a change in subject. Okay, necesito que consigas estas pastillas en la farmacia. El médico siempre me recomienda que deje de fumar. ¿Sí? El médico, he advises me or recommends me, ¿sí? That I quit smoking. Se oponen a que salgas si estás enfermos. They object. You're going out if you're sick. E insisto en que vayas a la sala de emergencias. Atención. Pedir is used with the subjunctive to ask someone to do something. Preguntar is used to ask questions and not followed by the subjunctive. The infinitive and not the subjunctive is used with verbs of will and influence if there is no change in subject in the sentence. Therefore, the que is not necessary. Quiero ir a Bogotá en junio. Versus, prefiero que vayas en agosto. Verbs of emotion. When the main clause expresses an emotion like hope, fear, joy, pity, or surprise, the verb in the subordinate clause must be in the subjunctive if its subject is different from that of a main clause. Espero que te recuperes pronto. Es terrible que Ana tenga esa enfermedad. Again, these are expressions of emotion, and we have some that are impersonal expression, like it is good, it is strange, es malo, es mejor, es ridículo, es terrible, es una lástima, es una pena. Okay, that if they have the que, they follow the subjuntivo, even though they don't specify a person in the first clause. Okay, the subjunctive is also used with expressions of emotion that begin with que. Qué pena que él no vaya. Oops. Also, the expression ojalá, I hope, I wish is followed by the subjunctive. The use of que with ojalá is optional. So you're going to hear some native speakers that are going to say ojalá no llueva, and you're going to hear some native speakers to say ojalá que llueva. And ojalá no te enfermes, ojalá que no te enfermes, and both are correct. The infinitive, not the subjunctive, is used with verbs and expressions of emotion if there is no change in subject in the sentence. Oh, here are the ones. Verbs of doubt and denial. When the main clause implies doubt, uncertainty, or denial, the verb in the subordinate clause must be in the subjunctive if the subject is different from the main clause. No creo que nos quiera engañar. Dudan que el jarabe sea un buen tratamiento. Es dudar, es imposible, es improbable, es poco seguro, no es posible, no es probable, negar, no creer, no es evidente, no es seguro, no es verdad, no es cierto y no estoy seguro de. Okay. The infinitive and not the subjunctive is used with verbs and expression of doubt or denial if there is no change in subject. Es imposible viajar. No es seguro que él viaje hoy. If there is an expression of certainty, use the indicative again in that second clause. Like, estoy seguro que hay comida en la fiesta. I am certain that there's food at the party. No hay duda que llueve ahora. There is no doubt that it rains right now. And I have made a little table here that tells you what are the expressions of certainty that they cause somewhat some confusion, okay? No dudar que. If you're not doubting, you're certain. If you're certain, you're certain. If you believe it, you're certain. If there is no doubt, you're certain. If it's clear, it's certain. If it's evident or obvious, it's certain. If it's true or it's certain. So, with all of those, even though there might be a que, in that second clause, you're going to use present indicative too. ¿Vale? And the subjunctive is also used after quizás and tal vez, maybe, perhaps. But that's what they mean, quizás, maybe, tal vez, perhaps. When they signal uncertainty, even if there is no change in subject in the sentence. Quizás vengan a la fiesta. Maybe they'll come to the party. Okay. Right now, you stop your video, you work on your practice. When you have answer, you check your answers and come ready for your flip mini. If you have questions, come in the morning, please. Thank you so much. Here is the first practice. You're going to mix and match and you're going to express what one of these people want you to do. And then you're going to express what you want to do. Okay? And you're going to make it up. Okay? And now, remember, if there is no change in subject because you want, there you're going to use the infinitive, okay? En la práctica 2, you are going to deny all of these, okay? And en la práctica 3, you're going to choose between infinitive, indicative, or subjunctive. Okay, just think about them and please stop. And here are the answers. Okay, thank you so much.